Hey guys, it's Christina with the Geocache Family Farm, and I am going to give you guys a grow room update, which is my living room, um, and talk about the grand opening. Today is April 1st, so we literally have 43 days until our grand opening. 43 days. 43 days. I'm not ready. I think I am still fighting with expectations. I'm putting so much on myself that I'm making myself panic. And it's our first year. There is a learning curve. There is going to be failure. There is so much wrapped up in this. And, though we do not have aspirations of being a full-blown garden nursery, because we want this to be, at least at this point, family owned and operated, we're going to be smaller. And so I keep, seeing my favorite YouTuber, Nicole from Flower Hill Farm. I've talked about her many times. She is opening a nursery also. And she is actually having her soft opening today. And but she is going the route where she is bringing plants in, and I don't want to go that route. I've already watched her struggle with fungus gnats and aphids, and that is a chance you take bringing plants in. Now, granted, they're bugs. Bugs are everywhere, and so we may very much deal with that also. We had it last year, but the potential goes so much higher when you bring plants in. And so I want to be able to say that every plant was started by us, unless it's bulbs and corms and things like that. But seedling wise, that it was started by us. And that in and of itself is still a huge endeavor. Like, oh my gosh, look. I mean, this is not what we have already taken and put out into the greenhouse, which we've had casualties, of course. This is just a small fraction of them. But again, it's timing. I think my biggest enemy right now is timing of when do we start things. We are in Colorado, growing zone 5B, and you can't plant outside in Colorado until at least mid-May, at least. The last, I swear, 5-6 years, it has actually been the beginning of June before you can plant outside. And so there is this huge learning curve for me as a small family operated nursery as to when do I start these things? When do I have them ready for my community? And I'm already seeing like people are itching to buy plants, and I want to be the voice of reason. In that you don't want to start them too early. Now, I get to have the joy of growing things early because I have greenhouses, and if I'm starting cool flowers, I can have them out there in the greenhouse. But for, the everyday person who, has a home that they want to beautify, they don't have that ability. And so because of how harsh the winters are, and the hail and the extreme heats, everything that we have in Colorado, it makes growing here so difficult. And so, yeah, I have these expectations, like we're not going to have product, we're not going to have, things aren't going to be ready. And I look at these seedlings now that are here in the house, and I'm like, they're too small. They're too small. Like, I totally screwed this up. They're not ready. When, we still have another whole month and a half. And I can keep starting things. And so if people are willing to come back and listen to me when I say, don't plant them out too early, we could still do okay. I'm just stressing. It's scary. It's scary. But anyway, let me show you how everything is doing in here. I did get one rack watered yesterday, minus my cotton. And this rack that I'm standing in front of, I got the Lisianthus done, and I'm working on the top row, which is all that. But I need to check. These are all the new things I've just started, or that need up potted. And so I need to start going through that. I'm working on asters right now. I was going to put them in the tiny soil blocks, but they are already so tall that that's not going to work. So they need to go into medium blocks. And as much as I was trying to not add to landfills with plastic pots, I do not see how to make this work for customers and for us. A lot of these tomatoes are getting mad because they're growing into each other. And when I stick them into the baking tins, they're in bigger blocks, but they are still growing into each other. And so we are having to pivot, at least for this year. The previous owners, or the owners before them, I don't even know where it came, they left tons of pots and baskets and things like that. And I'm going to use them. And we will keep researching and coming up with plans for next year. The middle and younglings are going to be putting 3 more shelves together for me, so that I can have space to move more things to the garage, which is still warm. Lights are on their way, so we had to buy some more lights. But at least we have them, and it gives us options for the future and even for this year. But it's so much. We invested in bigger heat mats. There's just so much. But okay, so let's start up here. This is the cilantro. I had horrible germination. 4 out of this whole flippin' tray. The other thing I'm dealing with is that I have a lot of old seed. And so I am working through using all my old seed up this year so that I can order fresh next year. All right, so I am going to call this tray a failure. It is actually getting sticky. So, oh my gosh, seriously? Of course, right as I say that, look. Oh, but is it the... Oh no, look. Oh, a little freaking turkey. I only see... Oh, dang it. There's a 3rd one. Oh, there's a 4th one. Oh my gosh, I was about ready to pitch this. There's another one. Well, okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5. Okay, so these were my begonias. I need to get them in better soil. This stuff is sticky and gross. All right, so, okay. Those took a ridiculous amount of germination. And that was a full tray of them, and I got 5, so lame. This one I am going to call a failure. This was my Gerbera daisies, and I only had the one, and I have seen no other, and it came up big, so I've seen no other evidence of that one. So I will empty out this tray and plant that little guy up. It does look like it's getting new leaves, so I didn't see much change for a while, but yeah. All right. This is my Manzanilla chamomile. This is the 2nd sowing of it, and I think the seed is bad. It is an old packet, so I can get rid of that one because it should have been up by now. So this one was a one that was going to be perennial. So I am not getting my nursery license, which you need to have here to sell perennials. I have enough on my plate, and so I don't even want to mess with that this year. So I can't sell any perennials. So that one was not, that was going to be just for myself. All right, asters. Okay, so see, I need to get these guys pushed down into the soil, but still not a great germination rate for all the seeds that I dumped in there. And I have been pretty much doing the full packet now, because, you know, I want some for sale and one for my cut garden. So, yeah. Anyway, asters are what I'm trying to get into at least medium soil blocks now. All right, these guys are my dahlias. This is the second tray of dahlias that I started, and I would say these guys are doing pretty good. So these are the Unwins. They do not get as big as the others, but they're still beautiful. And so I will plant these ones in the greenhouse and in the U-pick. I have 4 more packets that I bought that I can do for sale. I want to remind you guys, in one of my previous vlogs, I want to say a month ago, maybe 2, I bought sweet peas because I've been having a sweet pea fiasco this year, and the packet was empty. And I made a point to say, make sure you shake to see if you hear anything in your packets and feel, because tell you, you know, about how much is in each packet. And so you should be able to feel, you know, a sizable poof in the pouch. When I was looking at these dahlias yesterday, I was at Home Depot this time. I wanted 4 packets. I grabbed 2, and the next 2, I was like, ooh, these feel empty. So then I grabbed the next 2. They felt empty. So I want to say I had 25 packs behind the first 2 in here that were all empty. And then I found another one that had another 3 that had like 2 seeds in it. And then I found the other 2 packs that did have seeds. So anyway, I grabbed that whole stack. I took it to the gentleman that was working in there, and I was like, hey, FYI, you guys might want to contact the seed company or wherever you got these from, because there's a lot that did not have seeds in them. He was blown away. He was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. And I'm like, oh, I've had it happen to me so many times now that I always check, because I don't want to have to, when you're chronically ill, anything extra that you have to do is huge. It's monumental. And so like having to stop what I'm doing to go take back an empty seed packet, it's too much. And so I was like, no, I have to work smarter, not harder. And so, yeah, I was like, nope, I don't want to have to make another trip. Although everything is much closer in this new town than it was in our previous one. Anyway, check your seed packets, because, yeah, lame, even if you're not chronically ill. Alrighty, see, I need to get things transplanted. All right, so these are I think they were sweet banana peppers. And then I have, these are cayenne blend. And then these are pastel asters. Hey, those guys are doing pretty good. This is a different chamomile. This is the German chamomile. These are my eucalyptus. Look at them. Oh my gosh. And I do think that they are 2 slightly different varieties. This one looks like it's silvery blue, where I think this is the long green branching type. So I'm excited about that, because I didn't even look at the types that I had ordered. This is coleus that I desperately need to get separated. These are my ground cherries, which need potted up. These are Cali Wonder peppers, which of course need potted up. Everything is at that I need to get it potted up stage. This is that alyssum I tried to kill. If you watched my one of my previous vlogs, I said I was not going to throw it because they all looked dead, and I said I'm going to experiment, and a lot of them have perked back up. So I did not lose the whole thing of it. Okay, this one is marigolds, which it looks like mush, so nothing there. What are these guys? Oh, this is my catnip. This is not for sale. This is just for me. These are jalapenos, which I have a ton of freaking jalapenos. All right, these were some leftover delicious. We had up potted all of them. And I have some Jolly Jester marigolds coming up. Well, at least one. We're going to go ahead and instead of up potting to medium-sized soil blocks, I'm just going to put them straight into the pots that they're going to get sold in. And then go from there. So, all right, this is the second attempt at cilantro, and I did a ton of seeds. So I don't know if it needs a long germination period or if they're old seeds. I did mix old seed with new seed in here, and I still have nothing. So I don't know. I'm about to throw in the towel on cilantro for this year. All right, here's some snapdragons. These are the tall deluxe. This one was next to my alyssum. I had 3 of them that I almost killed, so rescued those guys in time. All right, this is rose moss, which I have not grown before. Super cute. And I had 2 different containers of this one, I think. I love these. These guys are kind of a drought tolerant plant, so yeah, they look good. Yeah, I got to get everybody out of their humidity. I've been leaving the plastic on longer because of how dry we are, even with the amount of snow that we've been getting. These are chives. Hey, those guys are doing fantastic. Look at that. Wow. Hey, guys. All right. This is marjoram, which is like a sweeter, milder oregano. This does not look like it has anything in it. What is this one? These are another aster. And I've had no germination in that one. Powder puff. Okay. This one is Sea Star Aster, and I have 1. So clearly old seed. Oh, there's 2. But yeah, that one's not good. All right, these guys are called Candy Tuft. My friend at church asked me to grow these for her, and I just up potted them because they were in this, and I left the super tiny guys in here, and I put the bigger ones in this one. They are looking so much better. They had gotten very yellow, so they had already used up all the nutrients in their starting soil, and they're greening up really well now. So Candy Tuft. These are some more geraniums, which I am so happy about. They're so stinking cute. I had only 6 seeds in here, and they all germinated. These are some more of those Jester marigolds, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them so far. I might go ahead and cover these guys with plastic to see if I can get the rest of those to germinate. All right, so see what I mean about being overwhelmed? Because like I'm looking at all of this and I'm like, I just don't know how. Oh, pick one thing, pick one thing. All right, here's another one. This is French double marigolds, and one in that whole thing. Lame. Set that one up there for now. All right, this one's got green. This is dill. This is a mixture of pelleted and unpelleted. because the pelleted things I'm finding are not doing all that great. And I don't see anything in the pelleted ones. All of these guys came out of seeds, and the pelleted ones are nothing. Pelleted ones are also older, so I am definitely experiencing that pelleted ones do not store well, and they do not germinate well. So I will go ahead and continue fighting with seeds, just seeds. All right, these are the other rose moss. Hey, babies. Oh, look at them. They look so good. Alrighty. Aster peony. Okay, germination. I have to go through and I'll look at my other seeds too. Duchess peony. Some of those guys are upside down. The roots are in the air. Alright, what are these? Oh, these are my yellow wave petunias. I only had a few of those. I did not realize how small the freaking seed packet was. I'm learning which seed companies are good for, you know, nursery growing versus home gardener. That should have been a home gardener purchase only and not for sale. But I will plant them out and see if I can get seeds off of them. So, alrighty, these guys are Aster Tower Violet. They look good. And Alyssum Gold Dust. I had very bad germination on that the first time around. It's okay this time. I think I used the rest of what was in the seed packet too, just because I need to get rid of old seed. And Baby's Breath. This is the perennial one. So this one is not for sale. This is just for me. So yeah. Okay. So first 2 rows down. Like I'm saying, this is a lot. This is so much already. Oh, all right. Shelf 3. I see lots of green in here. So, all right. So this is Napa cabbage. Oh, look at that. Looks great. This one is, ooh, this one looks really good. That is Copenhagen Market cabbage. This one is this is the second thing of Alyssum I started because I thought I had killed everything in that first one. My artichokes, which I have nothing. So probably old seed. Ooh, there's a lot going on in this one. What is this one? This is a flat Dutch cabbage. Columbine. This was a new seed packet of Columbine, and I don't see anything in that one. That was a new seed packet though. So Prairie Smoke, I'm pretty sure these seeds were too old too. I bought them and did not plant them right away. So pretty sure those ones are, this one was new though. That one should have been okay. So I'll just give that one longer. That one has been almost 3 weeks now, I think. All right, and then this is Red Acre cabbage, and I see nothing. So again, old seed. I have some new stuff from Johnny's that I will try. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then down here, this is spinach, and I don't think I see anything in that one. This is kohlrabi, purple kohlrabi. Pretty good germination in that one. This is pom dahlias. And this was the second one of them. And I only threw a few seeds in here. And it looks like they all germinated. So that's good. this is the other one. Yeah, the other pack of them, which I still see some seeds in here, so they didn't all germinate, but another one coming up. They're still working on it, so that's good. Alrighty, last two. Ooh, that's got a lot of green. This is bok choy. Oh, that looks really good. Yeah, so I'm hoping, like, these were all cooler crops, and we're still, what, 6 weeks out. So if these are decent size, people could get these in their garden, and if they keep them shaded and really watered, you know, they might be able to get them to maturity so that they can eat them and enjoy them. At least the bok choy and the kale. Ooh, where was my kale? I didn't even see that. But anyway, because we were still kind of testing how things do in the greenhouse and grow and whatnot, I did not get the best of pacing. This is the borage. I only got 5 of them so far. And this was a new seed packet too. So, kind of sucks. But I have a ton of them that self-seeded from the one I planted last year in the greenhouse. So that's one of the ones I really wanted to offer community for sale because they draw bees. So, okay, my celery, look at them. They are ready for bigger space or to be planted out. This is yarrow. This is not for sale because perennial. That's my butter crunch. I need it in the ground. It is ready to go. And this, I think, is my carnations. Yes, carnations. So these guys I can probably, the bigger ones I can plant out probably straight into the greenhouse because it's still cool enough. Although today is not a good day to do it because we're supposed to be in the 60s, which puts us possibly the 80s in the greenhouse. Alrighty, and then these are mixed peppers, snapdragons, and sweet williams. Let me see if I can set this down somewhere. Oh, there's just not enough space. I need another tiny whole house just for seed starting. I did not want to be doing it in my living room anymore. Alright, rainbow bell peppers. Cayenne long peppers, Tetra giant snapdragons, purple crown dianthus, Potomac orange, apple blossoms. These ones are snaps. This is Spooky and Rainbow Loveliness Dianthus. And this is Raspberry Ripple Dianthus. So, carnation family. They look great. And then the Lizzies, which these are all mixed together, but they are finely, I mean, there are definitely some that are still small, but that has everything to do with the variety. I just learned this year that Lizzianthus has 1 through 4, I think, and that tells you when they'll bloom. So obviously these guys will be earlier in the season, and then these little guys will be later in the season. But they are starting to round out. They are starting to really get big. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to see these in the greenhouse. But they're doing great. I just fertilized these guys this morning. I want to give these guys extra vitamins because I want to give them a good, strong fighting chance. Okay, so I got more coleus because in my gardening farming groups, I learned that cut farmers actually do raise these to put in bouquets. And so I wanted to have a lot to put in a row, and then of course to sell because they're beautiful border plants and fillers. These can go into the hanging baskets. This is the status. This is what's left that I did not plant into the greenhouse. These ones I was saving to put in the U-pick, so I wanted them outside, and we still got to get that tilled, but we keep getting snow, so it's not anything we can do right now. Some more asters, and then this is the tray that folded in half, and so this is our mystery tray of tomatoes. And then those are my Granny Smith and eggplant. And then I've got stock, mixed stocked. These are some more geraniums, and I don't know, these look pepperish. I think they're pepper. I don't know if the seeds fell or if I reused soil. I try not to reuse soil, but I was waiting for my new soil to come in, and so I think I did. And so now I've got mystery plants. All right, these are poppies, all mixed. I will just put surprise poppies for the ones that I put for sale, and the rest of them I want to plant and save seeds from if I can. These are the Impatiens, which I did not get the best germination, but it's the first time growing those, so they have a learning curve. These are my Campanella, I think. I don't know how you pronounce it, but they're like a bellflower, but blue and white. Super tiny, but they did germinate and they are growing. So I will just keep watering, hope they get bigger, hope I can get them out. Marigolds on this side. I think these were the Jolly Jesters. Oh no, I lied. These were some more Dianthus. And then, ooh, dude, you got caught in the plastic. And then 2 mini bell peppers. These trays, I have 3 of them are jalapenos. And then these were Mortgage Lifter tomatoes. Oh, I lied. I have 4 trays of jalapenos. And still the other ones over there that I haven't planted yet. These are more balcony mix petunias. Orange rocket mixed snapdragons. These are dwarf Thai ornamental peppers, which are supposed to be wicked flaming hot. These are Italian Romas, which I had the worst transplant rate on these out of all of the tomatoes. I think, and I don't know totally for sure, but I had been soaking the mini loaf pans really, really well before I teased apart the tomatoes. These guys, they were wet, but they were not soaked. And so I think I shocked the roots too much when I tore them apart. And so that was a full tray, and I've lost half, maybe more, because they're still pouting, and like that one doesn't look good. So yeah, abysmal survival rate on that one, and that may have been my fault. I need to make sure they are super wet before I do it. So, and then the cotton, which is doing great. I'm fertilizing it. It's bigger than it was last year when I took it out. And these guys are Independence and what were these ones? San Marzanos. So I may not have Italian Romas, but I do have these Romas, and these did great. So, and then some more marigolds back there. I don't know why that's down there. I don't remember which marigolds. Oh, I did. Petite. Oh, so these guys are little ones. 6 to 8 inch marigolds. So, anyway, still plugging along. I want to start a ton more marigolds because even if I don't sell them, they are great for bug. Hi.
Hello.
How are the skeeps?
Fine.
And the pig?
Fine.
Okay, thank you.
I came in to ask where we should rake in there.
So in the bunny area?
In the bunny area?
Yeah, we got to get all of that raked out and bagged so we can move rabbits out in the next week or so. Wow.
And then we're also raking the front, right?
Yeah, the whole area needs raked. It's a ton.
Okay.
So these two did a great raking pine needles. And we still have one more row behind the trees that we need to get up. But I'm vacillating between turning them into like bales, like hay bales, but they're pine needle bales, because we can stack them up around the rabbits for wind protection. We had so much wind last year, and it would also kind of give like rain protection. So I don't know, we're still kind of going back and forth with that. We were composting the manure because it's sheep and pig and whatnot, but there's just so much of it and it smells. I need it gone. So anyway, if they can tackle that today, this is good. And so I'm going to be sitting here up potting. I think I need to finish my tomatoes. I'm going to get the tomatoes done first, and then I can start asters next and just start going. I have to just pick one thing and just do it. And the hardest thing, because I keep looking at all of this and it's like, oh, I want my house back to normal. And I want to get to the point where I'm planting and selling. And I think I need to understand the reality of that not being the case, because I'm going to have to constantly be starting seeds if we're going to have product to offer. So it's a lot. I had to keep saying, it's your first year, Christina. It's your first year. It's okay. Like, mental breakdown this last week. And we had, the kids too, chronic health. I had 2 days I went down. One day, really bad. Like, I was crying. It was so painful. The next day, which was yesterday, was okay. Now, the weather is back to beautiful. We're supposed to be up in the 60s, and, like, I feel great. And so if the weather cooperated, I would be doing much better. But anyway. Alrighty, I need to get busy. I have a lot to do. And I still have to get out and check the garage plants. So anyway, that's the update of the inside grow space. And thanks for joining us on our journey. I appreciate you guys being here and supporting us, and just watching us fumble through this thing of starting a business and trying to support the family and do something that works around our health. If I can get my knee fixed, this wouldn't be quite so overwhelming, but because I am dealing with a knee injury, I'm struggling. So keep us in your prayers. We just keep plugging along, taking one day at a time, and 43 days. 43 days. I'll see you soon.